Rightio, we missed last week. We were busy. I was busy doing some secret Rapala Barra filming up at Lake Mondrian for a few days and in transit. But we are back this week for Tackle Fridays. My name's Steve Morgan. This segment's all about stuff that's turned up for my fishing at the office, cool things that have turned up in Fishing Monthly group for the week, and a bit of a discussion about what's going on with the tackle in the industry, and you guys tend to like it. It's funny that this video gets as many views as a curated, collated highlights video from a whole day of fishing. That's understandable after the bass tournaments. Didn't get a limit in 4 days, so did some exciting fishing down there though. Let's start there. I was at Joey Urquhart's shop at Casino Outdoors and Disposals for the briefing for the atomic round of the 13 Fishing Bass Pro Series. Picked myself up one of these limited editions. Well, you can't get them anymore. That's Matty Fraser's his Bony Brim imitation Barambah Bony Shad. I catch plenty of barra on these things and they're discontinued now. Used to be $39.95 in the specials bin for $20, you know. So it's sort of sad for Matty Fraser that such a good bait doesn't get sold too much, but got another one of those for the collection. I'm sure that little Spangled Perch imitation's gonna do well down the track. Also brought a little Drunken Mullet Junior, which is Chase Bait's rip-off of the topwater. Can't remember what it's called, the original one, but that's their version of it. Never took it out of its box, ended up using those Daiwa frogs, which were really, really easy to cast into the nasty stuff. What else have I bought? I bought a little brother to my Roman made. This is called the Negotiator, this one. Again, second-hand out of Japan. Cost a bit over $100, that one there. But again, I will fish this bait. Roman maids, if you don't know about them, check them out on YouTube. Handmade Japanese, meticulously well tuned, bit of a collector's item, and it's a bait that's probably, if I keep it for 5 years and don't use it and sell it, I'll probably get back my money for it. So why not have some baits that scare you when you throw them? And I'll definitely throw that fella. I'm not scared. Brim side of things, had a package turn up from Josh down at Samaki. Their other brand of lures is called Fishcraft, and this is a bait that was released at the after show last year, which they now have in stock, so I'm sure you can get it from your local Samaki stockist. It's the bent minnow, but made out of a flexible material. So it's called the Dr. Flex. There's a couple of sizes I've got here, a 90 and a 112. I haven't got these out of their packets yet, but let me do that now. Let's do it with one of the ones that I might use down at the Oz Open. Pretty well packaged, and I reckon the package looks like a YouTube thumbnail video. If you haven't got a fluorescent highlight around it, you're not doing it right. So let's take it out. They're hard to get out of their packages, these things. But I did have a good look at these. They're in the best of show. They're actually in the John Dunphy Award for Innovation. Jesus. And Josh, you've done a good job packaging it, mate, because I'm not going to need a pair of scissors to get this one out, I'm sure. What have I got here that I can cut it out with? I'm going to come back to you when I can get that one out of its packet with the Dr. Flex. What I picked up at the briefing for the bass round was some 15-pound Atomic lines, their braid. I know Mick Starkey and the guys at Atomic got some great contacts in Japan. I'm sure this is going to be a good braid. I haven't actually tried out their fluorocarbon they've sent out yet, so I probably won't do it at the Open. Doing some social fishing, maybe the Hawkesbury tournament after that, I might try it out. I'm going to stick with what I know works at the Open, but that braid there, that 15-pound, it's a P 0.8 diameter, so that'll be fine for brim and bass fishing down the track. And all the competitors got some lines. They got a hat sticker, and they got one of these, the Hardz Vibe 60s. They're like a noisy, lipless crankbait. Fishing with the hooks as they are there, or fishing with a big single underneath to make them snag proof. So that's a couple of acquisitions from the briefing, from the free packs that I'm going to give it a try next down the track. When I got back from Tassie, had a lot of success in the really shallow water on these things. I stocked up from Adam at fishing.com.au on these, the Luckycraft Flash Minnows. So I love that colour there. Like that US Shad colour's always been a sort of favourite of mine. But this was this is called Ghost Bluegill. That was the one that I used in the tournament, my only one that I had in the box for Tassie. This is me stocking up for Tassie in a couple of years' time. Any sort of chromy, bait fishy coloured Luckycrafts, I put them in the shopping cart. So a couple $100 worth of Luckycrafts there that I bought. This is stocking up for Tassie in a couple of years' time. But Luckycraft also a great ABT sponsor. So I got some of those there. Been talking a bit with Joey Gardner over in WA. There's two mussel manufacturers in WA. Of course, there's Callum from Outback Brimmer Baits, great ABT sponsor. Won the Open on his baits last year. And I've got some of these now from Joey Gardner to try. These are the Pygmy mussels. So these are a smaller mussel. I had one of these that, or maybe two of them, that Bill Bland, a WA non-boater, left in my boat. And I caught some fish on them. So I reached out and got some of these off Little Jojo. They've got like a number 14 treble hook, and they are sort of, they look like a little bit of a black rock. So, but they do catch fish, either sinking or slow rolling them. They've got a little bit of a wobble while you slow roll them. Brim must like eating pebble-sized mussels because the ones I did have I've now lost, but now I've got a restock for Sydney, and check it out. There's the standard black colour ones, and there's some sort of sand-coloured ones there as well that might go well in the harbour. You know, I'll have my mussels from ABB tied on in the open, but I'm definitely going to have a finesse mussel tied on there as well. Let me go and find some scissors. I'm going to be back to you soon. There we go. Now, no, this is what you need to open the Dr. Flex 90 and 112s. Have I got it open yet? There you go. So once you split the blister, you're right. So don't know how she floats in the water yet. I'm going to have to give it a try on the water, but yeah, it's definitely a flexible, and it seems like that must be some sort of must be titanium because it returns to its shape. Metal on the inside, it's wire through, so I assure you're not going to lose any fish on it. Must retain its shape, and I assume it's buoyant. So not much, I haven't thrown these yet. I've only ever seen them. This is the first time I've got them. This will work, I'm sure, for Sydney Brim. But I'm going to try it also for bass, and I'll try it for some of the mulloway that we have in the Brisbane River. There's a bit of a plague of those in the Brizzy River at the moment. So the Dr. Flex, the 112 would probably be the size I'll be using on the mulloway. Those ones there, and of course the smaller size for the Brim. So we're going to give those a crack. Reckon that's it for Tackle Fridays. I've robbed the set from ABT Live. We did the live show on Wednesday nights, a couple of days later now. Haven't cleaned it up yet. We're packing for Sydney at the moment, so today is all about going through all of my brim tackle. I'll get those Daiwa in-feet rods and all the Daiwa reels sorted out. Get all my mussels packed, get my crabs packed, get my aquas packed, get my baits packed, get the boat all sorted out. From ABT here, we roll out on Saturday afternoon to get into Sydney by Sunday afternoon, pre-fish Monday, and then it's Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Daiwa Brim Australian Open. Pre-fish on Friday for the Hawkesbury, and then Saturday, Sunday is a 60 boat plus event on the Hawkesbury. So we're going to give away about $35,000 worth of cash plus prizes in the next week. So a lot of prep to do. I'm going to chop this video, get it up online, get prepping. I'll see you next Friday.